The forest of Panchavati, bathed in golden sunlight, comes alive with the vibrancy of lush greenery. The air is filled with the rustle of leaves and the songs of birds, creating an atmosphere of peace and beauty. Amidst this serene setting stands a humble hut, perfectly blending into the natural surroundings. Ram sits quietly by the edge of a tranquil stream, his eyes closed in meditation. His saffron robes sway gently in the breeze, and his expression radiates peace and divine grace. Nearby, Sita is delicately weaving garlands from freshly picked flowers. Her long dark hair cascades over her shoulders, adorned with tiny blossoms, and she glances at Ram with a soft smile, her gaze filled with admiration and love. Lakshman, standing at a short distance, remains ever vigilant. His eyes are sharp, scanning the forest edge for any sign of danger, and his protective stance reveals his devotion to both his brother and sister-in-law. As the golden light of day begins to fade, casting longer shadows across the forest floor, the tranquil atmosphere of Panchavati feels subtly disturbed, as though the forest itself is aware of an intruder. A figure emerges from the shadows, her form shifting between that of a regal woman and a demonic entity. Shurpanakha, with her angular features and piercing gaze, stands at the forest's edge. Her wild dark hair flows behind her, and her expression is a mix of longing and malevolence. As she surveys the hut, her form shifts into that of a beautiful woman, her steps purposeful as she moves toward Ram. Ram senses her approach, yet remains calm, his eyes still closed. Sita continues to weave garlands, unaware of the lurking danger. Lakshman steps closer to the hut, his bow at the ready, his gaze fixed on the approaching figure. Shurpanakha steps into the clearing, her eyes locked on Ram. Her transformed visage glows in the amber light of twilight, a deceptive smile on her lips. Sita pauses her work, sensing the shift in the atmosphere, while Lakshman grips his bow tightly, his eyes narrowing. Shurpanakha addresses Ram, her voice soft and alluring. "My lord, your beauty surpasses even the divine. I have wandered through this forest for days, drawn by your presence." Ram turns toward her, his face serene but firm. "This forest belongs to all, but I am bound to my path and to my wife Sita. I cannot accept your words." Shurpanakha's expression darkens, her voice turning sharp. "You would choose a mere mortal over me, a daughter of power and divinity." Lakshman steps forward, his bow raised slightly, his voice stern. "Leave now. This is not your place." A furious expression overtakes Shurpanakha. Her form flickers, revealing her demonic visage. Her voice is filled with rage and anguish as she hisses, "Then I shall destroy what you cherish." She lunges toward Sita, her claws extending. Lakshman reacts instantly, stepping between them and deflecting the attack with his bow. Ram rises to his feet, his serene demeanor replaced by a quiet resolve. Sita stumbles back, her garland clutched tightly in her hands, her face a mask of shock. Shurpanakha's fury escalates as her form fully transforms into a grotesque demon. Her glowing eyes blaze with anger as she strikes wildly. Lakshman moves with lightning speed, raising his sword. His face is set in determination as he delivers a swift, powerful blow, disfiguring Shurpanakha. A blood-curdling scream echoes through the forest as Shurpanakha staggers back, her glowing eyes filled with fury and pain. She glares at Ram and Lakshman before retreating into the shadows, her screams fading into the depths of the forest. Ram looks at Lakshman, his voice calm but heavy with foresight. "This was necessary, but it will bring consequences." Sita, still shaken, steps closer to Ram, her eyes filled with worry. "What will come of this?" she asks, her voice trembling. Ram gazes into the forest, his expression thoughtful, as the shadows grow deeper around them. He knows that this encounter has set events in motion that will shape their destiny in ways yet unseen.